As you get a look inside Northwest Stadium here in Landover. Tonight, it's the second game here on this wild card Saturday, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Washington Commanders. The second of our two games here on this Saturday as Super Wild Card Weekend continues here on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Get it! 77 Bronco 80.
Right to the air is Daniels. And his first pass is incomplete.
It's zone defense right away here defensively, and I know that these linebackers and DBs are going to be tested throughout. They passed the first test, though. This one falls incomplete.
Viking 18.
Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards there on a Washington first.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Deputy! Deputy Lions! Hawk 70! Hawk 70!
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
They went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth. Washington going to send out their punter as the first drive of the game stalls out. And look here, it's an opening drive fake. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And this defense holds on the Knights' opening drive.
Let's go!
First carry here for Ken Walker.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Lock up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And with the snow here, maybe asking too much of the kicker to try a field goal. So instead, offense on the field, they'll go for it on 4th down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. The first-round pick looking comfortable in this offense. 1st down.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Here we go. Here we go.
Walker is in. Touchdown, Seattle. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
They always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes the score 7-0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Now couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Ready. Cowboy 80.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage. Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Come on. Set. Liking 18.
Taking it right down Broadway. He's on his way. And down to the 19-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. We saw the forecast snow, didn't know how it would affect this game. Right there, the offensive ball carrier showing it's not affecting him too much.
I just remember us walking into the booth from outside. We were going very slowly, weren't we, making sure we had our footing? The offensive player always has the advantage in this situation. He knows where he's going. For the defensive guys trying to react, much tougher.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Ready. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Ready.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lane. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jalen Lane from 21 yards away. And the Commanders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They set a load a big way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's fourth down.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think that's one people remember. I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game. In New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82, and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
70 Timberwolf. Panther Street. Panther Street. Let's go.
They'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a third down.
At the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up third and 10.
These two teams all tied after 1. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Cougar Second 19, 60 by 6, 60 by 7, check, ready.
And a short gain down to about the 33. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on fourth down. Daniels going to throw for it. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Okay, ready?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Up the middle, here's Walker. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Ken Walker, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready, break.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Second and 10.
Get it. Liking 8, 79.
Throwing now is Daniels. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field. Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expecting to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
To the air goes Daniels. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
70 Timberwolves.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you, and that may have been what happened there.
Here we go.
Walker now on 1st and 10. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Operating from the gun. Briggs. And a quick throw here. That's complete. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On the jump.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Ready. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Okay, ready? Here we go, here we go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready?
Back to throw. Briggs. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his 1st drop, his 2nd drop of the game. And his kick here is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their 1st turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Got it, ready?
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Ready?
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Ready? Go!
Now Daniels. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
70 races, 70 races, 70!
Throwing to start the drive. Briggs. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Straight ahead, Walker. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Come on, come on. Hit.
Looking to throw. Briggs. That went out wide and intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down.
70 Timberwolves. Check smash, check smash. Hut, hut.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Down the left sideline. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks 20. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready?
They run. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll spread the field, a 5-receiver set on 3rd and 10.
Go! Bronco 80. 60 boxes. Go!
Powers past him, and he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jaden Daniels taking it in from the 20. And the Commanders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The point after is good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
Commanders 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Ready, break.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun. Briggs. That's down the field. He's got Arroyo. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Coconut Dragon 60. Cup 19. Cup 19.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Commanders take over first and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Bronco 80.
Daniels looking to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. A big completion there, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Very heady football. That allows them the opportunity to go ahead and line up and kick one right before the half ends.
19 Tiger, 18 Pioneer. Go.
To throw is Daniels. He's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. One of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Now they can't bring him down. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've been the better of the 2 teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
18,
back to throw. Briggs. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 58 yards.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Go! Cowboy 80!
Looking to throw. Briggs. And his throw is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70, 79 Broncos. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Back to throw. Briggs. The kicker here is complete. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Stop low, 18. Come on, come on.
Looking to throw. Briggs. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Torrey Horton with an amazing diving catch. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. It was a small, manageable spread to overcome. A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
And for the third time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 33. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw something that open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
18 Cardinal.
Back to throw. Briggs. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Out of the gun now on third down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Signal and a timeout on the whistle. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on fourth down?
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
here's Michael Dixon. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Here we go, here we go. Bronco 80. Ready.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The lines move there. Look like nobody open. Now second down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Loose again. He's on his way. Touchdown, Washington. Jaden Daniels, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Commanders have come back within a score. Well, plays like that make the O coordinator look like a genius, but I don't think he saw that play going that well.
No, I don't think so either. But, boy, it all worked out perfectly. They caught them in the right defense. Guys dropping off into coverage. Their eyes averted somewhere else. And guess what? He filled the void with his legs.
Point after, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Briggs got his man complete over the middle. That's Horton. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Back to throw. Briggs. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. From the gun on 3rd down. Briggs. He's got his target. That's complete. And Oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
That's good for a Seahawks first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. It's their quarterback scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Seahawks will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point splits the uprights. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Commanders 21.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
And they're on the 22-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
Come on, come on. Set. Cowboy 80. Hey, smash Bronco. Set up.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Washington. Jaden Daniels, 62 yards. And the Commanders are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. And those 3 rushing touchdown games in this league, you know darn well, those are hard to come by. They're becoming even harder to come by as the years go by, aren't they?
Isn't that the truth? It doesn't matter what you do in terms of game planning. You may be a run-first team, but you're running against an NFL defense. That's some of the biggest, fastest, best athletes on the planet. Hard to do. Cherish that moment, even as he's eager to add to that total.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And just shutting him off there. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this a very important drive leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand. And that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris to the 27-yard line.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
On the jump.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Looking to throw. Briggs. Outright to Smith and Jigba. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Now a first and 10 at the 11. Now a give. Running left is Harris. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling, and this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover, because one more score, and this game's over.
2nd and 9 now. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jackson Smith and Jigba. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Commanders 28.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Takes over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, first and 10. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 13 yards there and a Washington first. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now Daniels going to keep it.
This is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. It takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and of course, a special player.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Seahawks are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
46-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this fourth quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Harris going to get it again on second down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. Washington on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 8. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. This is 1st and 10.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Cup 19, Cup 19.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's caught inside the 35. 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Here's Daniels. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. We see double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking a century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Here we go. Start. 68. Roll, roll, roll.
And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
It doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
10 yards to go.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Now Daniels going to keep it. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jaden Daniels. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Come on, come on.
Will line up for the 2-point
18
conversion.
Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
And now they'll audible to something else. That's caught. And this play is not going to work. He's out of bounds, well shy of the goal line. And a try for two, unsuccessful. So here we go with the onside kick. They'll need a recovery and a touchdown. A field goal does them no good. Looks like they've recovered. They have. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Ready.
We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Go! Cougar 19.
Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Here's 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
70
at the 30-yard line.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Back to throw. Daniels. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Derek Hall in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you've got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. He's going to let it fly. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
Nike.
Well, this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here.
Buffalo Lake Panther 60.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ready?
They'll come up now. 2nd and 9.
Get it. Cowboy 80. Hook.
And they'll bring him down right around the 13. The Seahawks, they are moving on as we say so long, everybody.